Youth Alternatives has helped me grow to be a good role model.
The greatest appreciation for what they helped us with.
Youth Alternatives has allowed me to be more respectful of my children.
It definitely works, because I would probably still be over at the youth center doing time.
It's just a really good program. I'd recommend it to anybody.
Youth Alternatives is a child welfare organization that is located in southern Maine. Our mission is to advance safe and healthy childhoods and supporting positive family relationships. We do that here at Youth Alternatives through 3 major divisions. Our first division is our residential program, where we have 5 residential programs located in southern Maine. Our second division is our community support services division, where we work with families to keep them intact. And our last division is our advocacy and prevention, where we work with local communities around child abuse and neglect and galvanizing communities around adding additional prevention services.
I first got caught shoplifting when I was 12. And then when I was 15, 16, I started hanging out in Biddeford with a very bad crowd. I dropped out of school, moved out of my house. I was couch surfing. I didn't have a place to live for almost 2 years. Pretty much my friends were my most important thing. I didn't care about my family anymore, and I hurt a lot of people. I just eventually snapped out of it and realized I wanted a life, I wanted a future, I wanted a good job, I didn't want to be stuck as a bum for my whole life. The Heritage House taught me responsibility. They taught me how to be a better person. They taught me the main thing. They taught me that I don't want to be like that for the rest of my life. They taught me how to be a good person. A lot of how to be a good person. And they were nice, they were friendly, they weren't mean. They were nice people. They helped me with my parents too. They had meetings with my parents and helped me realize that I do love my parents, and I don't know why I didn't think that I didn't, but I didn't. So that was a good thing too. They helped me have a relationship with my parents again. I think that had I gone someplace else, I'm sure there's a lot of wonderful programs out there, but this one really helped straighten me out. It really did.
Let's see, I was always getting in trouble. I was always suspended from school. My home was like, me and my aunt, we didn't have good communication skills. I got in trouble a couple times, but I started working at it because I started learning the skills that would help me out. And the skills they had here, you'd learn, instead of doing one thing, you'd learn that you could do another thing instead of keep doing the same thing over and over, which was probably getting you into trouble. Some parents, I know, they don't care and they won't listen to a kid, and here you have people that'll listen to you and help you through things. The hardest thing would probably be learning to communicate, because it took practice, and I learned how to trust people a lot better and know that you can trust people.
I was pretty much in destructive mode. I didn't really care what anybody thought.
The way I saw it was I was losing my son. He was out of control. I was really afraid.
I got suspended for an outburst towards the principal. I had so much built up. I was just all coming out focused on anger.
They were friendly. They didn't make you feel like you were an outcast because you were having problems.
They were able to manage to prod me enough to get me to open up.
Changed me. It made me realize a lot of things, that no, I'll never be the perfect parent, but I need to have a little bit more consideration for his input about things.
The greatest appreciation for what they helped us with, which I don't think anybody else could have done.
I think he knows now that this is when he needs to start really getting his act together for the rest of his life. So, and you know, I think that that little bit of mediation helped him do that.
Now, you know, I mean, we're actually like mother and son again, you know. It's really nice now.
Jake has some other therapies, and this is our favorite one to go to every week because he has 4 siblings at home, and it's hard to realize how hard it was to really listen to him with others.
Alternatives has helped me understand where my mom is coming from, what she's going through a lot more, and basically just to listen to them and to hear their side of the story. And another thing I learned was just my words are a lot better than actions.
In this way, it's a different atmosphere that really encourages you to listen. I think that if a lot of people had this type of treatment or counseling, maybe they wouldn't be at the serious place that they're at and at the very serious place that we got to with Jake.
Well, we're not going to be the most perfect family, but I think it's going to be a lot better.
For more days than not, we have better days, starting out anyway.
My name's Tori Churchill and I go to Westbrook High School. I'm a senior in high school now. I was having a baby, so they thought it would be a good idea, you know, for some help. It helped a lot, yeah. And every time she'd bring a pamphlet, something different, we'd go over it. So, and she'd stay for a long time. Even though it's a volunteer program, I think, you know, they should force themselves into people's houses because it's really good for young people and even adults, you know, who are having children, because you get so much information from them. She helped me do like so many different things. Like she got me into WIC, you know, she helped me, she's helping me find an apartment, you know, it can be anything.
A lot of the stuff that Julie would drop off, I always took a look at, like a lot of informational stuff I didn't know, like about his development, or about like she said, the books I can read, or things I can do to stimulate him, or stuff like that.
She helps me like with the graduating and everything like that, you know, because she talks to you about everything. I don't know where I'd be. It's just a really good program. I'd recommend it to anybody.
As you have just heard, we have several youth and families who have come forward and agreed to tell their stories, and I want to express my sincere appreciation for the courage that it takes to do that. And I also want to suggest to all of us that your continued support in our endeavors will allow us to continue to make the difference in the lives of kids and families similar to the ones that you've heard today. So on behalf of Youth Alternatives, I really appreciate all of your help and assistance in order for us to continue to help other kids and families.